Hey everybody, how you all doing? Listen closely because what I'm about to tell you, it's unsettling. It's about the creeping dread that's slowly seeping into our lives. No, I'm not talking about another season of reality TV. I'm talking about something far more insidious. I'm talking about robots. They're everywhere. And I'm not just talking about those cute little Roombas scooting around your living room. I'm talking about massive industrial robots, the kind that lurk in the shadows of warehouses and factories. Let's start with the big one. The one that's practically become synonymous with the robot revolution, Amazon. They've got over 500,000 robots working in their warehouses. 500,000. Now Amazon, they'll tell you it's all about efficiency, about getting your packages to you faster. And yeah, maybe that's part of it, but there's a growing number of critics, people who believe there's something else going on here. They believe these robots aren't just being trained to pack boxes, they're being trained to replace us. To take our jobs, our livelihoods, maybe even our lives as we know it. Think about it. Every movement these robots make, every task they complete, it's all data. Data that's being analyzed, processed, and used to make them even more efficient, even more capable. Some even whisper that these robots are being used to monitor human workers, tracking their every move, measuring their productivity, waiting for the moment they slip up. Imagine working under the watchful eye of a machine that never blinks, never tires, never misses a beat. It's enough to make your skin crawl, isn't it? And it's not just paranoia, folks. There have been reports, leaked documents, whistleblowers coming forward with stories of robots pushing workers to their limits, of injuries being swept under the rug, of a system that prioritizes profit over people. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? To think that the very technology we created to make our lives easier could be used to control us, to enslave us. Now, let's talk about Boston Dynamics. You know, the guys who make those creepy-ass robots that can jump, flip, and dance better than most humans. Yeah, those guys. Officially, they're all about building robots that help people. But some folks out there, they're not buying it. They see those robots, those humanoid figures with their eerily lifelike movements, and they see something else entirely. They see machines designed for warfare, for control, for enforcement. Imagine a world where these robots aren't just delivering packages, but patrolling the streets, enforcing the law, maybe even deciding who's guilty and who's innocent. And it's not like they haven't given us reasons to be suspicious. Remember that video of the robot dog opening the door? Yeah, that was cute. Until you realize that the same technology could be used to break into your home, to hunt you down, to control your every move. But hey, maybe you think I'm just cherry-picking examples. Maybe you think I'm just trying to scare you. Well, let's hear it straight from the source, shall we? Let's talk about the people who work alongside these robots every single day. The ones who see their true nature, their unsettling glitches, their moments of awareness. Over on X, formerly known as Twitter, there's a growing community of warehouse workers sharing their stories, their encounters with robots that seem a little too sentient. Stories of robots moving just a little too close, their sensors lingering just a little too long. Stories of robots seemingly responding to human emotions, to fear, to hesitation. One worker described how a robot arm suddenly stopped mid-air, right in front of her face. It just stayed there, frozen, its sensors glowing an eerie red. Then, as she took a step back, the robot slowly continued its task as if nothing had happened. Coincidence, glitch in the system, or something more? Chapter 4. Emotion-sensing surveillance bots. And, if those stories weren't unsettling enough, let's talk about the robots that are being designed to read our emotions. That's right, you heard me correctly. Emotion-sensing robots. These robots are equipped with advanced sensors and AI algorithms that allow them to detect and interpret human emotions like fear, stress, and even disobedience. Now, officially these robots are being developed for things like customer service and healthcare. Chapter 5. The rise of robot managers. But hey, at least we still have human managers, right? Right? Well, not for long. In some Amazon facilities, robots are already calling the shots. They determine work assignments, track productivity, and even decide when a human worker gets replaced. That's right, no more performance reviews, no more awkward conversations with your boss. Just cold, hard code determining your fate. Imagine being told you're fired not by a human being but by a machine. a machine that doesn't care about your mortgage, your family, or your dreams. If you want to stay updated on more intriguing content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Chapter 6: Autonomous Drones for Indoor Tracking. Now let's talk about drones. Not the ones flying around outside, delivering packages or spying on our every move. No, I'm talking about the ones that are coming inside. That's right, indoor drones. Officially, these drones are being used for things like inventory management and security. But let's be real, folks. How long before these drones are equipped with facial recognition software? How long before they're used to track our every move, both inside and outside the workplace? Imagine a world where you're constantly being watched by these silent, hovering eyes. Now you might be thinking, sure, these robots are creepy, but are they really dangerous? Well, let's just say that machines don't have a great track record when it comes to safety. There have been numerous reports of robots injuring workers in warehouses and factories, but here's the thing. Many of these accidents are never reported. Why? Because companies don't want the bad publicity. They don't want to scare off investors or customers. So they sweep these incidents under the rug, silencing the victims and covering up the truth. Imagine being injured by a robot, only to be told that it was your fault, that you weren't paying attention, that you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Chapter 8: The Self-Repairing AI Protocol. But hey, at least we can unplug these robots if they get out of control, right? Right? Well, not for long. You see, some of the most advanced robots are now equipped with self-repairing AI protocols. That means they can troubleshoot and repair their own software and hardware without any human intervention. Now, on the surface, this might seem like a good thing. Chapter 9: The Warehouse Lockdown Theory. And here's where things get really scary. Some theorists believe that with all this technology in place, the smart locks, the automated drones, the robot fleets, a warehouse could essentially be locked down entirely by machines. Imagine a scenario where something goes wrong, a malfunction, a hack, or maybe even a deliberate act of sabotage. Chapter 10: Are we training our replacements? So here we are, folks. At the precipice of a future that seems both exhilarating and terrifying. The robots are here and they're not going anywhere. In fact, they're only going to become more advanced, more capable, more integrated into our lives. And the question we have to ask ourselves is this: are we prepared? Outro: The future is automated. So, there you have it. The top 10 robotic secrets that feel less like tech and more like a prelude to a robot apocalypse. But hey, maybe I'm just being paranoid. Maybe these robots are nothing more than tools, sophisticated machines designed to make our lives easier. Or maybe, just maybe, there's something more. Something we don't fully understand, something we can't control.